time we find out what's real. Take the red pill and face our enslavement, but don't nobody wanna say shit. Without y'all, man, I can't do a thing and I hate it. Yo, there's gotta be a way we can change this and expose those who remain nameless. Illuminati agents, assailants, with knowledge handed down from the days of the ancients. Got us living like vagrants, under surveillance while we're working for these minimum wages. Then go back to our cages, where we're late making payments on a regular basis, and just watch entertainment, where they could just rub the shit all in our faces. I'm so sick I can't take this, so I'm looking for ways to escape from the matrix. It seems death is the only option, but that doesn't mean I'm pulling out my shotgun. My body's locked up, but my mind is sovereign. I feel a little better being free of the doctrine, but the truth is a gift and a curse, something that I'm always dealing with and it hurts. Can't sleep at night and it gets on my nerves. Sometimes I wish I could live in reverse. Go back to being a kid again, eating cinnamon toast crunch, not knowing much about the world we're living in. Everything was so promising, hopes and dreams were just blossoming. Conspiracy watch wasn't on the curriculum. Instead of sitting and wishing that some of these things could be different, and always paying attention, vigilant citizen. I know you believe you're autonomous, but that's simply preposterous. I'm telling you that freedom just isn't genuine.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweigh the dangers which are cited to justify it.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
And everybody gets mad at me, but looking for the truth is so sad to see. But that's just the way that it has to be. ODDTV blasphemy. I guess your brain doesn't have the capacity to understand that freedom is a fallacy. You rather stay in the herd mentality and keep going in your false reality. Humanity is going in the wrong direction. Insanity we have down to perfection. No consciousness and a lost perception. Are we ever even gonna start reflecting? Probably not, but that's okay. We can keep living life like a masquerade. Keep living like slaves till we pass away. And our kids are the ones that'll have to pay. We'll keep on going right down the drain till we're hollow drones. We walk around like some zombies and can't get off our phones. It's got me feeling like I'm the only one all alone, and wishing there was a new place that I can call my home. But since there isn't, I'm still right here and I'm dealing with it. Getting high just to get by cause I'm not feeling this shit. Those in charge of what's going on never will admit it. It's time we rise up and rebuild the wicked.
Don't give yourselves to books. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men, with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world. A decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise.
ODDTV. Payday Monsanto. Let's get it, homie.
We live, we sleep, the alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. All realities made up by the elite. They live, we sleep, the alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. All realities made up by the elite.
They live, we sleep, the alarm's going off, beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our elite. They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. I came here to kick some ass just like Roddy Piper. These motherfuckers that walk among us, they got me hyper. But don't be chewing that bubble gum, it's got aspartame. It's a chemical directly targeted at your brain. Just like the fluoride that they put in the water supply. And all the geoengineering we got in the sky. I'm trying to tell you and I hope that you're hearing me clearly. This ain't no bullshit speculation, conspiracy theory. They live and they're controlling every move you make. From the apartment that you live in to the juice you drink. They give you television to help you ignore this prison while feeding you genetically modified organisms. They want us like the Walking Dead, just obey and consume. Don't worry about anything, keep awaiting your doom. To all my warriors out there, this is indeed my call. It's time to put a fucking end to this elite cabal. We sleep, the alarm's going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite.
When they try to prove their spinning ball Earth, it's remarkable. All their arguments are absolutely fucking farcical. It's clearly been shown your problems aren't resolvable. Your theory has been blown into tiny little particles. The pharmacological drugs they got the masses on preclude them from putting their rowdy Roddy Piper glasses on. And even when they do, they're unable to gaze too straight. Cause for most of them it's way too late for them to see past their conditioning. They will not be listening to anything outside their paradigm imprisonment. They are ensconced in a nonsensical certitude, brainwashed by devils to revel in their servitude. It's idiocracy, pure hypocrisy. Waking these dummies up, it used to mean a lot to me. But nowadays I wanna tip their canoes, and as they drown, tell them this is what you get when you snooze.
They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite.
We sleep, the alarm's going off. Beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite.
Fucking science, bro.
Welcome to history. I'm running in the halls. Get to stop trying to slowly on, sir. Stop running in the hall, sir. Anthony, get the class. You're never gonna become a college student in Saturday.
Fucking science. Yeah, fucking science, bro. Apple, check. Zaggles, check. Nodules, check. Fucking science, bro. Hi, lads. Welcome to science class. Bob, quit writing raps in your log sheet. No one's gonna sign your ass.
Okay, let's hear scientific. We about to.
Fuels come from years and years of biodecomposition. It's really just scientific. Why didn't all the fossils turn to oil? Some did, some didn't. Anyway, didn't Rockefeller pay a scientist off the year Geneva Convention? Wait, what was that? You wanna come up here in front of class? What, you wanna teach? You really think you're smarter than me? No, sir. Sit down. It's your homework on the atom bomb and the World War. How effective is standing out? Well, I seen the footage and I really just want some answers. How does someone film an atomic bomb and it doesn't destroy the camera? I mean, I was just... Bro!
Bro, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. Fucking science, bro. That's okay.
That's science.
Nodules, check. Fucking science, bro.
Welcome to history. We evolved from Neanderthals. That is no mystery.
Well, why is there no monkey fossils?
What, are you kidding me?
I'm just saying. I just
Should have learned that way back in elementary.
Man, that's never know what the fuck.
What? I have a diploma. Do you have a diploma? Of a learning disorder? My wife is a lawyer. We both have a daughter. She's doing fine with the things that we
Yeah,
taught
I'm
her.
just using the scientific method. Did we evolve from electronica boy or Homo erectus? And all of the fossilized footprints in the fossil records don't show a line of thrust. That's not consistent with compression.
What the fuck did he just say?
Yeah, okay, smart ass. This is real knowledge. Save all the hippie shit for art class. It's really starting to bug me on this one. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. I've done the studies on this one. I'm a little rusty on this one. I mean, why can't you just answer my question on the subject? It's not in the fucking book. It's not up for discussion. Science. I fucking love science. I love science. Dapple, check. Daggles, check. Nodules, check. Fucking science, bro. Damn, must have been a hell of them Stegosaurus. It's over century burning fossil fuel. Still ain't no shortages. I ain't saying I'm Neo, but I'm nothing short of a Morpheus. Fuck, thought this was a globe. I gotta check my coordinates. You could blame my disorderly conduct on my subordinates. If it ain't no Coriolis, who's to blame for New Orleans? Why the poorest people always get extorted by corporate giants? With a boycott, we buying, and I find it unfortunate. Yeah, me plus you plus her plus her, that's four.
Science.
Bring your worst and I'm gon'
Brain much more. Science.
leave your nerves, your skirt both at the door. Okay, shit, no, cuz fuckers ain't much more. Yeah, leave your nerves, your giants gonna boycott, we buying, and I find it unfortunate. Yeah, me plus you plus her, that's four. Bring your worst and
I'm gonna bring much more science.
leave your nerves, your skirt both at the door. Okay, shit, no, cuz fuckers science, bro.
Well, earthshine is much brighter than moonshine.
Fucking science, bro. Dapple,
Moonshine,
dapples,
moonshine,
nodules,
moonshine,
fucking
Moonshine.
how many fingers am I holding up? Come make them beat it if you holding up.
You make a title, give the answer. Fuck.
Until it's weak, beat your bouncer up.
I'll wake you all. Oh, God, boy. Hey, stop making up. I know your mother, Susan. I'm gonna tell Susan about this.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
Oh, this gravity, y'all. This gravity, y'all. We gonna get in today, man. Just give me all the tunes while I get set up.
Yeah. Change, shit change. Is that rain? Is that rain? How strange, I just rain them clouds, them planes. Deep pain inside of these veins. Deep pain in these veins. How strange, that I got these fibers, these strange. Gotta work for a living all the while. Gotta work for a living all the while. And I suppose from the highs and lows, lies are told when it's July snows. Pinocchio can't hide his nose anymore than the camel can hide his toe. But who am I? I don't know nothing. I don't know no thing. How about I take my rapper thoughts and go smoke some rapper weed? They got a coffin if you sleep R.I.P. Then the elite trigger tsunamis using technology. Music. HAARP. No escape, no escape, no escape. Music.
Whirlpool, earth move, observe the truth of what words do. Words are more than just search you. Words alone fill up church pews. Words alone change the outcome, make you reconsider taking nurse school. Words alone make you pay attention to the problems that you never worked through. Bird food for the mind, brainwashed over time, life expectancy on a decline. Thoughts up in the sky, I look up and I ask, wow, oh Lord. It's hard to tell what freedom is when you gotta die for it. And I ain't got that much time to be waiting. Yeah, I guess I just ain't got the patience. I'm sick and tired of debating. Yeah, the fuck I look like I enslaved. You call it complacent, but you
And so that is not rain, that is not snow. Believe it or not, military aircraft fly through the region, dropping small bits of aluminum. Sometimes it's made of plastic or metallic peacock. I'm able to confirm that I was in the Marine Corps. Many of these bands, so that is not rain, that is not snow. Believe it or not, military aircraft fly through the region.
What's good, fam? How y'all doing? Did y'all enjoy the? Yeah, this is the album cover of that mixtape. Say how y'all doing, fam? Y'all out there? Huh? In the building, fam. In the building. What's good? Nick Cabal. What's good, man? We about to get in. We about to get in. We about to get in on this fucking science, bro. We finna get in, dog. Tell y'all doing out there. I'm gonna talk to the fam for a bit. So what's good, man? What's up, Elizabeth? How you doing, baby girl? How is y'all doing? Y'all doing okay, I hope. Yeah. Y'all doing all right? Hold on. Wait a minute. This is the wrong. I mean, it's not the one I want. So give me a second, fam. Let me set up a new panel. The one I was about to put out there doesn't have any controls, so let me set up a Google Hangout so I can have controls. Heart music. No escape, no escape, no escape. Heart music. Heart music. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Heart music. Give me a second, y'all. I'm setting up the panel now. Okay. Alright. That's what's up. Alright. I got the panel up. Hey, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, see if it works, fam. No, so I can't play Zero because I get a copyright strike. Because his content belongs to Jive Records. I don't want Jive Records, or is it Jive? No, he belongs to, yeah, he either belongs to Jive Records or Pharrell Williams label. I don't want them copyrighting striking me. See, when you pull the video and then they send it back to the record label, they be like, does this user have the right to use your content? They can say no, and then it'll come back to my channel. You do not have the right to content. They get, you see what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about this situation with Bro Sanchez or ODD, because when it comes back to them, be like, hey, this person used your content. Do they have the right? Do you get them permission to use it or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Then they'll be like, of course, you know, that's why I don't get strikes when I use OD. It'll say copyright content in there, but it doesn't strike me because they already know I'm pushing their music out there. So give me a second, AJ. I'll put the link out there for you. I mean, I'll send the link to the back chat. Give me a second, fam. We gonna go in today, man. If y'all just tuning in, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, share the video, tweet the video, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Tell your friends, kids, grandkids, whatever, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, tell everybody about it. We finna go in. We really finna look into, we finna go in on the laws of conservation. This might be my last series on this. I don't know yet. Excuse me. Let me get my palmitas ready. All right. I believe we're good to go, fam. Allergic to bullshit. What's good? Okay. I'm trying to send them again, allergic to bullshit. But oh. Gracias, Lulu. So, hermana, buenos días. Actually, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué pasa, mi hermana bonita? All right, let me send this link out real quick. Here, check one of the back chats. I'm sending it out. Excuse me. What up, James? How you doing, fam?
What's happening? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, you good, homie?
All right, let's get all the soldiers on here.
Right. Yeah, I'm sending the link out now.
Why is it that I hear an echo sometimes? Is it because my mic up too loud or something?
Not sure who that. AJ. What up, AJ? Welcome to the panel.
What up, MJ?
What up with it? What up with it? Appreciate it.
No problem, homie.
It's like we're coming together like Voltron on this piece.
What you said? And I'll form the head.
Who was doing that music, man? I need to tap in with that because
Your boy,
I do some music too, buddy.
That's what's up, man. Any music y'all got? Allergic to bullshit. What's good, fam?
What's poppin', people? Power.
ATB was
Flat
good.
motherfucking power. Nigga. We
Yes,
about
sir.
to.
Paddle is growing. Uh-oh.
I'm doing good, Lulu. Thanks for asking. That's what's up.
what up, Barry?
What up, flat out?
Cool every day.
Are y'all still hearing the echo?
Hello, testing 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I can hear echo.
No, okay. Let me cut my stereo off. What about now?
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Yeah, a little. It's a slight echo. I can hear myself say something, and then I can get like a little trail of feedback. Like I can hear like a low echo or something. Sounds good now, I think.
Is it better?
A little bit lower. Yeah, the echo I can still hear, but it's lower than it was.
Okay, so let me switch speakers. And I don't even got my desktop up that high. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Shoot. Well, I tried to work it out. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if this might be my last installment.
As long as I got a connection, I actually sound better now. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. My level is like perfect.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, then, Lou. Is Nick still up in here? Nicholas Ball? So how allergic? How you feeling, man? You feeling all right, man?
I don't hear you. Where are you at?
Easy, brother. Sorry, I just got a bit of company. I had a question to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, I tried to watch the part 1. It was like 5 hours. Then I realized I was even on that channel as well. So I came on late.
Okay.
But there was a lot of gaps in the show. I was wondering if you could like encompass part 1 to part 4 and just like give us a shortened version of this video?
Yep. Well, in part one, I went over. I started with the conservation of mass, and oh, somebody gonna have to mute their mic. Mute your mic, James.
Oh, my bad. Gotcha.
Okay. So yeah. So we started with the conservation of mass in part one, and how the conservation of mass states that within an enclosed or isolated system, mass cannot be created nor destroyed. Now, I noticed the little gaps I did have in the show, like excuse the little music segments or whatever. It was my stream was going in and out. Um, so I had to work that out. But when I was going on about the mass of the conservation of mass, it was basically to prove that the Big Bang never happened, because the Big Bang supposed to have this large, vast universe where all of these the mass of Earth and everything was created through this explosion or this expansion or whatever. But yet they teach in the same chapter, when they teach about the Big Bang, they go on about the conservation of mass or energy or whatever, when it's a contradiction. It's like the Big Bang breaks the law. You see what I'm saying? How mass cannot be created nor destroyed, but can change form.
I got you. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was the Big Bang that you was debunking with that. I didn't put two and two together. My bad.
No, that's good. The conservation of energy debunks the Big Bang too, because the
Right.
Big Bang had all this energy and it created all this energy in the universe, right? So I think when people get a grasp of the two basics, the conservation of mass and the conservation of energy, mainly the conservation of mass, they won't be fear mongering, thinking, um, thinking that a damn fucking asteroid is gonna be on the path to Earth to destroy us all. You know what I'm saying? Because the Earth was not created and it can't be destroyed either. The Earth was already here. That's why I go in when I went in on my book. It kind of back to what I wrote in my little journal. How I believe it was two quote unquote creators. You know what I'm saying? Because a queen always needs his queen and vice versa. And the queen, we standing on her, Mother Earth. We basically came out of her womb. We always come from the woman's womb. But at the same time, even though she was already here, she still needed a king, a creator to basically as a caregiver. You see what I'm saying? To make everything on her grow. To what I'm saying, to plant his seed into everything in her to make everything grow out of her. Like the trees, the waters, and all that. That's what I'm getting when I look into the conservation, huh?
Yeah, I understand you. I got you. The seed, therefore.
Say
The
what
seed
now?
is the seed is of life, right?
Yeah, yeah. The seed is of life. I mean, that's what I keep gathering every time I look into it. Now, Brother Sanchez say that the creators need a male or female, or both. Or did he say both? I kind of agree to that. What if the creator was male and female?
Yeah.
But but
Androgynous.
but as a duo, a power couple. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say the Earth wasn't created by the Big Bang, and that after looking into it, after really looking into conservation, the Earth wasn't created by God of the Bible either. You know, I know a lot of flat earth Christians will crucify me for saying that, but we really have to look. We really have to go in here and pick apart the laws of conservation because, and we know that the laws of conservation are true for the simple fact the earth, knowing that the earth was not created, the earth puts out elements that can't be created nor destroyed. Right? You got water. We can't create or destroy water. We got electricity, lightning. We can't create or destroy lightning or electricity. We got air. We can't create or destroy air. However, those forms can change to a different form and or be transferred to another body per se.
I yeah.
Go ahead, I
Yeah,
rest the flow.
it gets a bit semantical when we start saying create and then differentiating that create generate.
Yep. As far as it goes with me, I believe like it's just my belief. I believe it was created. I believe everything had to come from an unseen realm to the seen realm, and I believe the unseen realm is the feminine, and this place is the masculine, and that queen will be the unseen realm, and we will be the king taking care of what the unseen brought forth. Since we supposed to be taking care of this place.
Like the tree of life, the polar opposite. Tree of life underground when they show it like movies.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, you know, it's a polarity in everything.
Yeah. The black
Just
sun.
Yeah, exactly. In correspondences with everything. You read the Kabbalion, you'll learn that all that stuff, everything corresponds, and it's in every aspect of existence. Correspondence, polarity, rhythm, all that stuff. Somebody else can build on it.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I think you on to something there. Who made that comment? Flat out fudge. I think I believe you on to something, bro. As far as the rim, um, as far as the rim perspective, um, I say, I mean, I still think that the Earth was already put here, like without being created. But like you said, what if it was in another realm? In a like, yeah, what if it was in another realm and then it came forefront on the other side of that realm or whatever. It still don't mean it
Yeah,
was created. It just means that it got transferred from one place to
yeah,
another. One form, it got transferred from the realm form to the physical form.
yeah. They were I had when I used to watch when I used to watch the Bobby Hemmick stuff like that, and he'll go into the like the esoteric meanings of the Bible. One
Hmm.
thing he said that made sense. I don't know if it's true, but that the Great Flood was actually like the flooding of the physical over the spiritual, making this place physical. How true it is, I don't know, but it kind of makes sense.
It does when you put it that way. But if we already know that the earth won't be destroyed according to the true law of conservation of man. It's only accepted. It's only safe to say that the earth was really never created. It was already here. It was already here, and then people through generations and millions and or thousands of years went on these journeys trying to figure out the place where the earth come from. Reading it came from no evidence because we don't have any evidence of the Big Bang theory, but we really don't have any evidence that that God created the earth. Not saying that a lot of things in the Bible said that he was able to do untrue. Because a lot of things in the Bible that we able to verify ourselves, like when he put the lesser and the greater lights in the sky above our earth, we can verify that ourselves through observation. You see what I'm saying? We've seen clouds pass behind the sun and the moon. So we know that part of the Bible is actually true because we can verify it ourselves through physical observation. Um, and experiments has been done too to prove that the sun is right above us. You know, when I think one of them was it Joseph or somebody that commanded the sun and the moon to stop moving. We can look up in the skies ourselves. I mean, I know I have. I can look up in the sky myself and see the sun moving. You know, it it takes a while for your eyes to adjust, but if you really stare into the sun and stare long enough where the glare goes away, your eyes would adjust to it, and you can actually see the sun moving. You know what I'm saying, an inch at a time. But I believe everything that was put here, the ground we walk on was the ground we walk on was already here, and probably even the stars. The only thing that I believe that was created was people, animals, and plants. You know, because those people people really don't die. I'm starting to realize um their their bodies can be destroyed or end, but their their what you call it do not their energies do not people's energies can't be created nor destroyed. You know.
Yep, everything that is always
Say what now?
everything that is always.
Right. I think we're gonna pick up where did we let me find that. Let me find that real quick though.
Yep.
Um
Build on today, Tootsie.
oh, it's the same.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We're gonna build on the same.
All
I'm
right.
just bringing up I'm just bringing it up now. I think we left off on somebody name. Shit, I can't think of his name. Let me go ahead and share my screen. It wasn't this one. It wasn't this one. It was just a law of conservation. Period. No, I guess this was it. Or was it, man? I think I gotta remember. I should have bookmarked it. Let's see. This might be the one right here. Fundamental. Symmetry. It's funny you said symmetry allergic because the word showed up yesterday when I. Yeah, this is the right one. The word showed up yesterday in this link right here. So let me see. Let me see if the chat can see it. Okay, good. They can see it. Just making sure. Okay. Y'all can see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go down to where I was at. Actually, here I can go up a little bit. Where I stopped is a little below this. Anybody want to do the honors of reading this one? Anybody? Class participation?
I can't read.
Really?
I'm joking. Go for it, JT, man.
Huh?
You go for it, bro.
Okay.
You've read it once already.
I know. In continuum mechanics, the most general form of an exact conservation law is given by a continuity equation. This is what pisses me off.
For example, conservation of electric charge Q is
QP over QT equals negative pi times J. You see, they take the most simple explanations and add equations to it. Like and turn it into the most difficult shit to try to understand. Even though the literal is still there. Well, the triangle is a divergence operator. P is the density of Q, amount per unit volume.
This is hilarious. How complex such a couple of algebraic equations can get.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. Let me make sure everybody can hear the panel too before I continue. How's the panel out there, fam?
showing on.
No, I'm talking about. I'm trying to see if they can read the panel. I mean, if they can hear the panel. Can y'all hear the panel just fine before we continue?
Flat power.
Flat power. Elizabeth, Empress Ulu. What up, Huey?
I'm on too. I just got you on mute right now.
All right.
No lives matter in this world.
Okay, let me see if I'm even still alive because I went live. We went live yesterday for a little over 2 hours, but after 20 minutes, I had stopped streaming. Didn't even know it until I went back. I was like, damn, I didn't put out all that work. That's why I'm doing part 4 over. Yeah, that's why I'm doing part 4 over because yesterday's part 4 was only 20 minutes, so that's why I got the same title as yesterday. Otherwise, this right here would have been a part 5. Actually, health is good. Everything good. Let me check out my OBS. Yep. Everything's good, fam. Let's get back into this lesson. I don't even want to go through all this again. But I do it for the fam. If we assume that the motion u of the charge is a continuous function of position and time, then J equals PU, I guess was at 6. I don't even know what letter that is, man. P over whatever T equals negative triangle pi. All of this seems like Masonic symbols, man. I swear to God, it do. Y'all ever see these on anything, whether it's a billboard or anything? Just think back to this right here, cause this just seems weird for it to be an equation. Even though we know a lot of those Freemasonic fuckers came up with a bunch of equations. So we actually gonna jump down a little bit. I went through all this yesterday. Here, the conserved quantity is a mass with density P R T and current density Pu and current density Pu identical to the momentum density, while URT is the flow of velocity. They make all this shit sound so complicated when it's just so simple when they add all of these equations to it. It doesn't make any sense. Now, why you need?
Telling fairy tales, man.
Yeah, it's like why you need? Why you need?
Just confuse your ass. They know motherfuckers ain't trying to understand that shit. They know motherfuckers because they don't want to put the education on your ass anyway. They know you ain't that shit ain't gonna make no damn sense to you.
Right.
That shit is you would just play with your ass and have you going left and right, up and down, around a circle. And then when you finally think you understand, you think you done something, and you ain't done shit.
Yeah, they ain't did shit, and then the experiment goes right out the door.
Right. When you think about after you I guess the thing about the person that go through all the hard work to understand that. Right. What the hell they gonna think when you tell them all that shit is fake? Right. Heck, you trying to hear that shit. I done put all this work in to understand this shit. They tell you it don't matter. Oh no, this is a goddamn globe. I don't care what you tell me. It's a globe, goddamn. They ain't trying to hear that shit at all, bro.
Right.
Yeah, that all sounds like the same thing. Flow velocity, and current, are they not the same thing? The speed of something flowing, like water, for example, that's like current, right? So they're just giving us 3-4 different versions of the same thing, multiplying and dividing this shit. What the hell?
Right.
And it all boils down to energy, right?
Right.
All it converts back. All of this converts back to energy. So what is energy?
Energy. I can look that up because I could freestyle the definition, but last time I checked, it was the amount of. Last time I checked, the energy is basically the amount of atoms that make it up. Like
Bro, I don't think we know what the hell energy is. Because if you just rely on what we've always been told, that might be some bullshit too. You know, you got a point. You know what I'm saying? That's what energy is. We might not know what it is. I'm learning a bunch of shit that we thought we know ain't really what that is. You know, right. Electricity and power. Like I was learning about the turbine engines that the airplanes use, how they don't use fuel like they say they do, they mine and shit. So even when it comes down to little shit like energy and electricity, we might not know what the hell that shit is. The same thing we might not know what the sun really is. You know how we debate about what the sun really doing. You know, because they damn still alive, you know what I'm saying? So even little stuff like energy, we might not know what the hell that shit is, man.
Even with the sun, I know. Well, we know for fuck sure there's not a goddamn ball of light. I mean, not a ball of light, but a ball of fire. Yeah.
Yeah, think about it. Why would they tell us, like, show us how to truly understand this place? Right. How to understand everything about it. Right. They so then you put energy in whatever. So energy, what is it?
Energy, I got you. We definitely can go. We definitely can go in on that.
And that nigga said the energy. You know what I'm I believe it's our energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what they telling us that.
In physics, energy is the quanti quantitative quantitative wow property that must be transferred to an object in order to perform work on or to heat the object. Bullshit. I mean, part of that, right? But what about potential energy? That's not nothing being transferred.
Yeah, that would be the kinetic energy.
Yeah. No, connected energy is movement.
Oh, sorry, yeah, potential energy.
Yeah, like I'm sitting right now in my chair, but when I start rocking, I'm transferring the energy from my legs is transferring to the ground to allow me to push. You know what I'm saying? So what about kinetic?
It's like energy is just what I said that it is. It's your energy. It can't be created or destroyed, right? So how were we created and not destroyed? You feel me? That's how we can't be created or destroyed. That's why we have everlasting life because we are our energy source, which is positive and negative.
Right. I agree.
What if it's nothing more than a play on inner chi?
Energy. Energy. The
Energy. Energy. So it's our energy or energy or whatever one that they say, but they calling it saying that it's energy and the flow of current, which is us. See, we make the energy flow without us moving around. It's the same thing that it's like a fucking transmitter or a fucking generator. You know what I'm saying? The energy passes through the source. You feel what I'm saying? It has to create the energy. It has to come from a source to pass the source to create a source. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
we came through the source of creation. You know what I'm saying? Which is the man, the feminine and masculine energy, which is the positive and negative energy of the realm. This energy is just what's make the world go. Period, man. This is why we always will go and everything flows to a vibration frequency because energy moves at all times. You know what I'm saying? So it's really our inner self. Everything within us is outside of us. Everything that we're looking at, projecting, thinking is coming from within. You feel what I'm saying? Because it comes from within the energy source that was created. And that's just what it's all about. That's why I'm trying to tell like we realize we all the G. The G ain't outside of us, it's inside. It's inner. It's inner. It ain't outer. It's inner, what you projecting within from outside to the outside of you. So if you got problems within yourself, you're gonna have problems on the outside. The cancer within you gonna be the same thing that's gonna be cancerous to you around the outside of your environment. You feel what I'm saying? Pure and connect back to nature into the original energy, then you can be one with the energy. So they want us to disconnect from energy source, so we'll rely on artificial energy. Will give us artificial intelligence. This is why they make us artificially intelligent. If we look for an artificial light source, an artificial everything, because you got our energy trained to an artificial source, and it's organic source. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they sell so many lamps and light bulbs and shit.
Right. Lamps, light bulbs, everything.
Cause they want to charge us. They want to. They
call it allergy. You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard that word before.
Allergy.
Cause they charge us. They charge us for free electricity.
Right.
They would charge us um they would charge us free electricity to use artificial lighting. You feel me? Like, but you know what I'm saying? If you try to live off the grid or whatever, man, they'll come after you. And you know, but what I'm saying is, instead of people, excuse me, instead of people actually just relying on the sun, I remember last March, it was either last February or March, it was slightly warm during those winter months or whatever. So I started cutting my heat off and opening our blinds and leaving the curtains open because I know come nightfall it was gonna drop back down the cold. So I was taking advantage of that free sunlight to keep my house cold. So later on that night, when the temperature dropped, we didn't have to run our heat that much, and we didn't have to run it as high either. You know, we didn't have to adjust the thermostat too high because because I had allowed the sunlight to transfer up in here or move up in here, and then when it was warm enough, I went on to close the blinds and everything. You know, um, but yeah, that's free energy. But they charging us our light bill high as shit when electricity is free. When we can use that free energy to get our own to create. I ain't gonna say create, but to have our own light source or whatever. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's it's crazy. Hey, is it me? Did anybody else just get a notification from Dread that says flat Earth versus globe Earth debate live?
I ain't get that.
I know, but if we was forced with our back against the wall, if our back is against the wall, we can figure out a way to have electricity. Right? I know that, right?
Right.
I know I ain't the only brother that been to jail, right?
Right.
I know I ain't the only brother on this planet that's been to jail. Just think of how fucking much we operate off of the grid inside those walls. When we get out this motherfucker, we go right back to fucking easy.
Exactly. Real talk.
Hey, look, we don't operate with no money. We don't need no food. We operate with barter and trade system. If you in jail and you cut hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, if I got noodles, guess what? I can barter with you, bro, because you don't want that pack of noodles, but you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I got barter with you with motherfucking with anything, bro. We have understanding. It's an inside understanding. And we get out to this motherfucker and we operate and we just give them all the power because we just accept what they fucking throw us under, the conditions that they put us under. You feel me? We don't really that we looking. That's what we looking for a savior. We looking for something to come down inside to fucking save us. You feel what I'm saying? Come out of fucking nowhere, man, and save us. Well, all we gotta do is come together and say, look, man, let's stop fucking accepting this money. We stressing our families out. We stress out every day, and half the shit that we doing is on to investment on our death and our demise. Even the time that we utilize out on our day, we act like we promised tomorrow to see our loved ones tomorrow, but we're gonna spend our 8 hours a day with these fucking motherfuckers to earn some goddamn punk ass fiat that's worth nothing, backed by no silver, no gold. It's a piece of fucking paper with a piece of a fucking man face on it, motherfucker, to let you know that we're not controlling the earth. And they put it on something green to let us know that green is an energy. And we don't know that the earth, we can eat off the earth. We think that we don't have money to feed ourselves. But we got all this vegetation around us. We just don't really realize it, bro. How much the animals just live off of the fucking earth. They live free. They live. You feel me? We worry. We don't live. We invest into our death, into the food that we eat. We would goddamn we would invest into these
going down,
these fortune.
I'm about to go live on Twitch right now, so you already know what it is. Flat Earth, Globe Earth, and everything in between. We about to go hard body. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Make sure y'all don't miss it. And the old niggas gonna be back. Fuck you, Dickie. We about to raise the bar up once again. We about to drop the bombs on these motherfuckers. And we ain't playing with it. So don't y'all miss the live stream. I'm about to go live right now on Twitch. And if you drop, like, make sure you stop by and holler at your family. Real talk. I'm out this piece. I'll see y'all in the future. Stay up. On Twitch right now, so you already know what it is. Flat Earth, Globe Earth, and everything in between.
Because we think that our kids,
I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Make sure y'all don't miss it. Man, the old niggas on the back. Fuck you, dickhead. About to raise the bar once again. About to drop the bombs on these motherfuckers. And we ain't playing with. So don't y'all miss the live stream. I'm about to go live right now on Twitch. And if you stop that truth down, make sure you stop by. Holler at your fan. Real talk. How about this piece? I'll see y'all in a minute.
Because
Stay
there's
up.
a
Stay up.
control program. When we gonna get with the program and stop sitting here wasting our energy on frivolous complaints and arguments when we're supposed to be trying to build ourselves in our community? We have a
So that's it, Eric.
to be heard, right? Voice that the world is paying attention to conscious brothers on the YouTube channel and on these platforms. And we let brothers like Ben X and Young Pharaoh, they argue, and all of them, not just them, I'm going to use them as examples of these young brothers, but it can get bad. We let Bro Sanchez and everybody, we debate. We need to stop debating each other, right? Because we point the finger at each other like we're the enemy. And we the ones who are the enemy. We have a common enemy in this, and it don't got no black and white enemy. It's their energy against our energy. And we give them all the fucking power.
Facts. And like that's like when the debate first started between Brooke Sanchez and Young Pharaoh. He told him, he said, I'm not the enemy. He was like, I'm not the. He's like, dude, I don't. He was like, there's really no winners or losers in this debate because we all losers. We all getting lied to.
Yep. At the end of the day, we all get lied to. So we're gonna take our own truths and just know that it's within ourselves. And
Right.
stop looking outside ourselves for all of the answers. I want to say, let everybody let them be, man. If they want to be round earthers, man, let them work earth be round. But if we agree on the certain common denominator thing and the common thing, and let's build the foundation because that's how you build on something. Other than that, a debate is destroying. All we're going to do is destroy our community because our community is lost and they're looking for leaders. They're looking for advice. They're looking for something. So they're looking for leaders. And then you got all these people pop up with platforms and they pulling against each other's information. It's just a pull and push and pull energy. Energy constantly going. It's the positive, the negative. We turn it positive. Somebody else might see the negative light. You feel me? This is the way of the energy that's bouncing around. So we gotta learn how to accept that and stop differentiating the knowledge of God and the devil and good and bad because it's only energy. And we're supposed to be a balance.
So the conservation of energy is within ourselves because you can't and as long as we can transfer that positive energy to somebody else, they're gonna transfer it to somebody else. But don't come in and let nobody, take your energy away.
The negative too, though. You gotta transfer. That's what we're losing at. If we can just transfer positive, how we just gonna transfer positive and do away with the negative? You can't take away none of it because it's all gonna create and the negative energy is gonna linger.
Oh yeah, you're right. You need it both for the balance. Yeah, you need the balance. That's true.
Everyone got to do it individually. Everyone has to individually balance out themselves, and then they'll be able to help their fellow man a little better.
Right.
Start with the self.
The group thing came about. Exactly. Just okay. Just boys trying to if no, not gonna work.
Shit, you going in and out. What up, Black Conscious Pride community? Shit, you going in and out, fam? No, Conscious Fraud Community. He going in and out. He was breaking up real bad. Hold on, fam. Let me have the panel real quick. Let me see what this guy up to. The panel can't hear me. I got my mic on mute.
What they're doing is they're sucking our energy from ourselves and from our community. They're sucking us all the way fried to obtain something artificial, and they sucking the organic away from it. That's and I'm tired. They got stuff all right out of easy. You know what I'm saying? They utilize all our energy on without things that they do. It's actually that we put on that.
Yo, Conscious, you there?
It's
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, man. You was going in and out real bad.
I still, you know, read those with what I'm hearing.
Oh shoot, there you go. You still going in and out. Try dropping out and coming right back in. Maybe you can override it that way.
Okay, no problem. But she tells
Yeah, she be in dreads and well mainly brother sent here to chat all the time. She good. Yeah, she good.
she wants to be in and out back here on the panel. Yeah, I could get her. I could get her real well.
Yeah, she going real in and out on my end. Let's wait for her to jump back in so she can speak her piece.
Yeah, and I'll be able to engage a little bit more once I get off work and doing my little finish up, and I'll be able to talk to the champ.
That's what's up.
I'm listening to them.
That's what's up.
Say, man, I watched a cold ass patriarchy video this morning, man, that like had some deep shit on there, man. This lady, she was in on the whole shit, in the whole Matrix world, how it was set up and everything, man. And I think sometimes, man, we gotta dig a little deeper, man, go a little further out than some of the stuff that we talk about, like he was saying when it comes to that globe Earth. You know, going on and think it's a globe. Going on then, you already killed that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, they, you done killed that motherfucker. You done shot that down. That bitch dead. He ain't any, you know, we raised the enemy. We gotta get on another thing. I have to get up. That's good.
And now it's time to figure something out. Make the next move. Rest. Handle it.
Summer, I'm gonna be out here really just really trying because I know you don't care. Turn my crib over a solar panel, man. We broke on that ass. We switched the bed pro. We gotta fix our energy. We gotta show them how because energy is power. This is what creates power. Operate without the fucking all the mechanical shit that put together the car. With the battery. That ain't gonna look without that battery. That's just the charge. You feel me? And something that's ununite ground. You feel me? So they fail to keep us inside the house. We barely get the earth.
Oh shit! Now you going in and out now, Huey. Yeah, you breaking up on my end real bad. How am I sounding? Am I breaking up real bad? Thank you, everybody, for leaving those likes. I see I got 10 likes. Thank y'all, everybody. Everybody out there liking and sharing the video. I don't know what's going on, fam. They still. I don't know what's going on, fam. They still going in and out, though.
Yeah.
I tell you, go get a pack of turkey breast and look at the ingredients on it. And then look up the ingredients. And why is it so much ingredients inside of turkey breast?
It should just be turkey.
Alright. It should be turkey.
They gotta make it. Exactly. They make it for your ass. Exactly.
Made it for your ass, man.
Exactly.
Ew, bro, like what are we eating? What are we doing? We gotta have this shit to eat, bro. Like, ain't no animals gotta go into no grocery store to get no goddamn Golden Crunch, no Captain Crunch, no Frosted Flakes, none of that shit. But they ain't looking for no goddamn cow milk. They ain't looking for none of that shit. What? Hang that shit up, boy.
I guess all that other added stuff must be the addictive supplements or something.
Hey, real quick, allergic to bullshit. You on your computer?
Yes, brother, I am.
All right, I finna share your controls real quick. I finna step away for a second. I gave you control to the panel since you're on your computer, homie.
All right, cool.
All right.
Sorry, I was just on a phone call.
No, you good, fam. Go ahead. I think Huey was building on something. Go ahead, Huey. Was that you?
Who's joined the panel? Who we got? Warrior Head? What?
Yo, I ain't mean to crash your party. I just seen this link up in the room, and I clicked on it.
Come on, crash it, bro. Run right into it.
We know, man. Bro.
Who is this?
They call me Warrior Hebrew Pepper.
Oh, okay.
I'm around Earth.
Okay.
Oh, bad. Bad.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You
Round as hell. Round like hell.
What you mean round? Like, okay, I agree round.
all right, allergic. UH and IC for right now. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think it's round like a proton or electron or.
We got a round Earth on the.
No, so he's saying it's not a sphere.
We finna work it.
No, I believe it's a globe, just like how they portray it to be.
Oh, so you think he's spinning around and all that? And all that.
Yeah.
So do you know how the round Earth operates? I'm gonna ask you the question before we even go to. We all know how the round Earth operates. So for you to know, like, are you supposed to debate?
But check it out. They can't hear me, but y'all can.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna hide the panel until I get back. So y'all can hear them, but I'm gonna hide the panel. I ain't gonna show the panel. I ain't gonna show the panel until I get back in my secure position.
I mean, I know a little basic shit.
Yeah, what's the basic?
You got gravity. You got gravity, and it has a moon. There's like an ozone layer or firmament. Some people refer to it as a firmament around it. Little shit like that. You just don't know, you ain't really tell me that's what you have to do. You never really thought about it.
Oh, family. When I get back, finally I got someone to preach the laws of conservation on. So I'm gonna show him and prove to him that the globe does not apply to the laws of conservation.
But we can probably be interested in learning. We have to obviously real light to the about the earth and the ground and how we're not spinning while we stationary plane.
Tiny Cat. Tiny Cat, where are you?
It has a wall around
Tiny Cat, you want to step outside, baby?
say that it's spinning. You feel me? But it's definitely not spinning. And water can't take the shape of the wall.
Alright. I hear you. I mean, as far as it's spinning, you saying that if it was actually spinning, people would fall off or something like that?
We would have to feel it. You would spin it at 1,000 miles an hour. Orbiting around the sun.
Well, let him know. Tell him let him know what is really spinning now. What's really spinning?
The sun and the moon is up there in the
And our exactly above us it's spinning. We're stationary.
Right, the plane level down here. I mean, like water is up, and all this stuff is up.
Shit. Here, I haven't left yet, but this right here should help him out. And then I'm step outside. Go ahead. Y'all can start. Y'all can finish building. I just wanted to throw that in there. Go ahead.
Think about this. Gravity is the thing that makes the globe. Globe is no globe without gravity.
Oh, there's no gravity without gravity.
Gravity.
No, okay. Well, I think that's a law. That's for the yeah. You gotta have gravity. Go gotta have gravity because that's what the effort that that's the so if there's no gravity, it ain't no work. Because gravity that's what they think. And then the gravity earth gonna fall. Right. You say I get that gravity the atmosphere. Still I keep moving up and down and side to side. You go and the gravity and everything down.
I was about to say, I was about to ask how do tides, like waves in the ocean, how those work?
Necessarily.
According to what to say, tides and waves, the gravitational pull of the moon. Okay? Well, that's what they say. So, for that to be true, or what the gravitational pull of the moon doesn't work on the ponds and lakes. Tidal waves on end up with.
Right. No, maybe it's not enough body of water. Maybe the gravity got more to work with the ocean. There's much more body of water that it causes.
Hello? Oh, okay. So you say because it has water to work with?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that could be what it is.
So you think that the gravity is select? It has to be a lot, or is it put on?
I mean, maybe the book may be different.
Body of water too.
Yeah, I know. The oceans is such a amount of water.
and it could be, you know, from the gravitational pull of it, it just works up so much more than that you wave tidal waves and you know things like that. Maybe besides of it, you know, there's like more going on. Okay, you on that?
Sorry. Yeah, brother. What the good warrior has. Sorry, man. What does that word? I don't speak the H.
Oh, very evil.
Evil. What do you what do you think of NASA? Do you think?
Okay, I'm back, y'all.
Yeah, I think they're going to the moon.
Because we're just trying to find a common footing ground where we can speak to you on a level because we truly believe NASA to be deceivers, playing God, and trying to be.
Can we ask him why things or subscribe to the fact that he thinks that he went to the moon? What is his what supports that to him?
I don't, but I don't have a legit reason why NASA would, you know, lie about that thing. I understand them being at times, you know, there's a lot of deception in the world, but I don't necessarily have enough reason to, you know, clearly lie about
So if you know that the government lies, and I know that a lot of Hebrews go against a lot of things that the government do. NASA being government officials and personnel, why would you think there would be an exception for NASA?
Well, I'm just simply, you know, have a reason I didn't particularly lie about that.
Okay, why? What? Hold on, real quick, fam. Let me build with the brother real quick. So, what would be your reason to? What do you think would be the reason why it's 2018 we haven't been back yet to see what has changed with the surface of the moon in almost 50 years?
Things on that though that I've come across, but
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because with all the technology we have now, for one, it should be a red flag for you. Is because the explanations for not going back to the moon always change. They don't stay with the same lie. The first lie was because they even did a movie on it, Apollo 11 or something, and where they didn't go back because they seen something and everybody got sick or whatever and got infected and NASA left them out there to die because they didn't want them to come back and bring that infection back to Earth or whatever. So they basically left them out there in space to die with no food, no battery power to get back to Earth, no fuel to get back to Earth once they left the moon or whatever. Then another reason was they couldn't get past low Earth orbit because of the Van Allen radiation belt. Then the reason is they destroyed the technology, and it's a painful process to rebuild it, to revisit that experience again. So which lie is which one is right? I mean, it's 2018. You can't you can't rebuild something from 1969 that can get powered by my fucking TV. My TV got enough power than that shit they had that went to the moon.
right.
These are things that you should look at. You know
No
what I'm saying?
doubt, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And now, what we're saying stuff like this is because we were taught the same education. I don't understand the degree, but from kindergarten up to at least what third, fourth grade, we got the same information. So we just as kids and saying we look at it and this perspective. So anybody that tries to say, "Oh, then okay, you guys idiots and deaf on up," well, we got enough uh, 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 foundation to time and talk to a person that believe, but they where they coming from. If somebody's just going off the science shit, we're always gonna look at that person as an idiot. You know, because if somebody cannot describe the globe in their own form and their own energy, then we're gonna book that shit easy.
And then if you really the brother just said, like James just said, we've all taught the globe. We were all taught the globe. I stopped believing in the globe 2 years ago when I fell down the rabbit hole, when all this information fell on my lap at once. I was angry. I mean, I was probably in tears that that me being a number one fan of NASA would even lie to me. But that didn't hurt me. What hurt me was the teachers that I trusted was giving me the right information was teaching, but had taught me lies too, unknowingly. Okay, so it was very frustrating. I was in denial. Why would they lie? And then I started looking into shit, and I got to thinking. I was like, nah, I'm finna prove flat Earth to be dumb. I'm finna prove it to be wrong. I got to looking. I was like, damn, there is no experiment to prove a spinning globe. There is none. And I should rephrase that. All the experiments that they did to prove the Earth was spinning was failed. It was a failure, and they let them out of the science books. Okay, um, and then just recently, I really started looking into the laws of conservation. So if anybody who still want to go on with the thing with the spinning globe theory or whatever, this all it is, just a theory, it's not a fact. They really need to look into the laws of conservation again, because we were all taught that it was this dwarf, this star, and it exploded. This energy exploded and collided. All the molecules and matter formed together or whatever to create the sun, and then the another big ass asteroid crashed into the sun, and that matter separated and became the Earth and the Moon or whatever. It said that the Big Bang Theory created all of this shit. But when you look at the law of conservation, it says, and as massive as Earth is, it says the law of conservation or principle of mass conservation states that in any system closed, that's what flat Earth is, a closed system to all transfers of matter and energy, the mass of the system must remain constant over time. Must remain constant over time. Here's a contradiction with that statement right there against the globe. It must remain constant over time. But when Einstein and all these people and Newton, they came up with inconsistent distances to the sun. 3 million miles, 19 million miles, 31 million, 93 million miles, or whatever. Okay, and then Neil deGrasse Tyson said that the Earth is spinning into and it has become a blade spheroid. That's not remaining constant over time. Okay. Then it said as a system cannot change, so the quantity added nor removed, hence the quantity of mass is conserved over time. The law simply implies that the mass can neither be created nor destroyed, but yet the globe was created by the Big Bang Theory. That is a that right there is a straight crime against the law of conservation of mass. That proves that the Earth was not created by no fucking explosion, and it will not be destroyed by no fucking asteroid, as these motherfucking dick-eating science experts saying that asteroid is on a collision with Earth or whatever, and they're creating technology weaponry to try to shoot it out of space or whatever. How the fuck? How the fuck they gonna send a missile, a missile into space to stop the asteroid? When once that missile leaves the asteroid, it's gonna lose all its thrust because it doesn't have an atmosphere to push off of. You see what I'm saying? This law right here supports flat Earth because we know flat Earth was not created, and we know it cannot be destroyed. And flat Earth is massive; it's huge. Just like people like to say the globe is huge, flat Earth is bigger. It's much bigger than the fucking globe. And now rest the flow.
Brother BT, can you share my screen? Just for a little moment.
Huh? Yeah, go. Oh, share your screen. Yeah, let me stop sharing mine. Okay. Let me get yours. Okay, let me check my screen, make sure I'm sharing you. Yep, you good, fam. The floor is yours, my brother.
Warrior brother, can you see that? This is why he was talking about the different distances to the sun made up the so-called science. We have Copernicus first to the ship sailing over the. So if he got it wrong, they got to reassess from there. But what I wanted to try and hit on with you, Warrior, is try and get on a common ground with NASA being deceivers. If we can't get on common grounds regarding flat earthers yet with you, I want you to watch this little video of astronaut on the moon.
Hey, pause it real quick. Pause it while he's doing it. Hey, allergic, back it up real quick. Back it up and pause it where he's hitting that hammer into the thing. There it is, right there. Pause it. Now, space may be the final film frontier, but the moon landing was shot in the Hollywood studio. Let me tell you why. You see how he's hammering that? You see how he's hammering that pole? Okay. If the gravity on the moon was so much weaker than that on Earth, every time he nailed it, every time he nails that hammer into the that stake into the moon surface, his body will be bouncing up or whatever because there's not enough gravity to hold him down. It's not, you know what I'm saying? The gravity is much weaker or whatever. So there you go. You
okay, we continue. We can carry on from the bouncing. They're baby bouncers. Look how they're bouncing, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of these dudes trips up, right? I'll get that bit. Here it is. Here it is. Here we go. You look at that one leg, tripped up. What's this? What's this? Trips up.
We need some blooper music.
Look, he's getting hoisted back up. He got hoisted back up.
Go back. Go back real quick. You're gonna see the line. Pause right here. Pause it. You see that line? Look right above his look right there. You see that line?
Yeah, it looked like they hosted them back up. Yeah, I can see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
right there and directly above him too. Right there beside it where your mouse is at. Right there. There you go. Go straight up. Right there. There you go.
Right there, right there. Yes, sir.
And look how the dirt is just scooting along the ground. Now, if it was gravity, the dirt would not fall back down. I mean, if it was so much less gravity, the dirt wouldn't fall down as quick as it did.
I was just about to say that. Why did they ain't blowing up everywhere?
See, when they went to the moon in '69, when they first went to the moon in '69, they did not think that in the years 2015, 16, 17, 18 that we would go back and look through this in high detail because they didn't know that we were using technology. They all gave us to make us zombies and shit. Always being on the internet, always being on our phones, seeing what's happening on love and hip hop. They didn't know that we were using technology instead of looking into the bullshit they want us to distract us. We using it to look into the shit. We using their own technology against them.
And also note they had no stars in Eden.
No stars.
In other words, you just said we're dissecting all the goddamn flaw.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we do a damn good job of it.
But yeah, Mr. Hebrew, that's how we wanted to. Say what now?
I said they probably didn't think the live was gonna go this long.
No, they probably didn't. They was like, "Oh man, we fooled them," but they already planted the seed that we live on the globe though, because did nobody have no visual proof of the globe? Really?
Yeah, that's the whole reason of the moon mission.
That was the whole reason. People say it was a space race and the Cold War. No, it wasn't. They're just in the reason. They're just a fucking a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying?
But my brother Warrior, what did you think of the footage that was played?
What making these beats. What up, Legendary Duke? What up, Sean G? You back? Yeah, but yeah, man, these are things you need to look into. And like I say, man, when I don't, something just hit me. Something just kept on hitting me like as far as so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, Titan, don't let it, don't rest on that conservation of the laws of conservation. You're onto something. Then I really got to looking through this. I was like, all the laws of conservation, um, all the laws of conservation and thermodynamics disprove the whole heliocentric model. It does. It really does. Because nothing can be created nor destroyed. And when you look at the laws of thermodynamics, let's see if it's on here. If not, I probably had to type it in. Okay, it's not on here. Let me type this in real quick. Yeah, let me type this in, dog. Thermodynamics. We're gonna get into something real interesting. Okay. Let me see. That's funny. Physics for idiots. Interesting. Okay. The four laws of thermodynamics define fundamental physical quantities: temperature, energy, entropy, that characterize thermodynamic systems at thermal equilibrium. The laws describe how these quantities behave under various circumstances and forbid, you see that, and forbid certain phenomena. They got such as perpetual motion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it forbids that, but it also forbids the sun being as far as they tell it is. Two systems in thermodynamics. Actually, let me go down to the first law. Let's read the first law, why don't we? The first law is a version of law of conservation of energy. I hate these damn pop-ups. The law of conservation of energy states that the total energy of an isolated system, there you go again, there go that word again, or an enclosed system is constant. Energy can be transformed from one form to the next. Basically, like the sun above our flat earth, that energy can be transferred from the sky to the ground beneath us. But neither can be created nor destroyed. The first law is often formulated, and you see how simple this is, how simple written it is, but then they throw out these equations to confuse you. You know what I'm saying? On something that's so simple to understand. It states that the change in the internal energy of a closed system is equal to the amount of heat. An equivalent statement of perpetual motion machines of the first kind are possible.
And they try and use entropy to explain the way why anything can change the bigger it gets. It's crazy.
Right. It's an investigations into nature of heat and work, and their relationship began with the invention of the first machines used to extract water from mines. Improvements such as engines, so as to increase their efficiency and power output, came first from mechanics that works with such machines, but only slowly advanced the art. Deeper investigations that placed those on a mathematical and physics basis came later. So I want to make sure. Let me see. Let me read the first law again. Yeah, here it is. The system and changes according to the law of conservation of energy. So here's the thing: when they say the sun is 93 million miles away, it's putting out all this heat, all this light from 93, 94, 92 million miles away. It passes through a cold, vast void, cold, vast emptiness void where it's extremely cold. So it's going to lose its heat. I don't care how big the sun is. The sun is not bigger than space. I don't care how huge the sun is more than Earth. The universe is way much bigger than the sun, and we were taught there's way more suns bigger than the sun that we know. So it passes through this coldness, which it will lose its heat, and then and lose its light. But then when it gets to Earth, when it gets to Earth, it it not only lights up the sky or lights up Earth, it warms Earth back up. And people can argue because the atmosphere traps the heat. But how the atmosphere gonna trap the heat if it doesn't have a source? If the source loses its energy throughout space. You see what I'm saying? So right. And the law, this right here is what kills me. Is that how it destroys the law? Because the law, I like using this example. It's like a pot of coffee. You heat up a pot of coffee to about 165 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Try not to let your coffee get higher than 165. It'll burn the fuck out of you. But then the coffee cools down. You let it sit for a while. It's going to cool down to 30, 40 degrees. Anything hot is going to change. Is going to turn to cold. But nothing cold, nothing that is cold never gets hot again by itself. Anything hot can get cold by itself, but anything that is cold cannot get hot by itself. It needs a source. That being said, when that pot of coffee cools off, it's not going to get back to the temperature it was. However, if the surrounding atmosphere around it or the surrounding environment around it is at 100 degrees, it will heat up or adapt to that 100 degrees, but it would not become hotter than that than the environment that it adjusts or adapts to. Okay, so that's why I say the law of thermodynamics totally disproves the sun being as far by as they tell it is, because the energy leaves the sun, it goes out into space, it's gonna lose its temperature over time because there's no atmosphere to trap the heat, there's no atmosphere to trap the light. Right or wrong? Anybody, right or wrong?
Right.
Right.
It's not an ionosphere or something like that.
Right. There out in space, there's no trap. There's no atmosphere of any sort to trap its energy. But when it gets to Earth's atmosphere, it becomes hot again.
Yeah.
How did it get hot?
In space, it's supposed to be like negative 100 and some degrees.
Yeah. So how did it get hot? You know what I'm saying? You can't say that the Earth warmed up to the surrounding atmosphere because the surrounding environment, because the surrounding environment around Earth is ice cold. You see the contradictions in thermodynamics in the sun, Hebrew.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get you to agree with it. I'm just trying to open your eyes up a little, brother.
Nah. That's what I'm just listening. I'm just taking in the points that y'all making. It makes a lot of sense. To be honest with you.
Yeah, and so you got fuck faces like Red's rhetoric and shit. You know what I'm saying? If I bring this shit to him, he ain't gonna do nothing but throw this in my face. To explain it. He ain't gonna do nothing but throw this shit in my face. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. I'll destroy his ass.
The sun right over me right now. You know, it seems like it's 93 million miles away, and it's hot right in the spot that's right over me, like right under it.
Right, but yet they come out with these equations and shit to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just taking this shit literally.
Yeah. It's right there.
It's right there. It's right there in plain sight. It's telling you in a closed system. It's flat Earth open or enclosed.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, I think this place is like a what you see is what you get type of place.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no company. What you see is what you get.
You know. Let me see. Who else? Sean G, did you want to get on the panel, my brother?
I want to add to that real quick on the bill. And what's the worst thing that anybody can tell you is that you believe that you've seen, and they'll tell you, oh, no, you didn't. That was a mirage. No, you didn't. That's something else. You see what I'm saying? That's probably the most discreditable thing that somebody could do to a human.
Right.
By telling them they didn't see something that they know that they seen and then repeated it with English or their energy of displaying the vision they see. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can distort your vision. You know, you don't want anybody to distort your vision or to make you believe that what you see is really not what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing you start off with when you're born is your five senses, your eyes, touch, hear, and like they say, if somebody loses one, they get another one double time. I believe that's true. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so
this is lying to you.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, and what we at the end of the day, what we always want to tell ourselves first and foremost is believe in yourself and your senses, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One perfect example is the stars spinning. They want us to believe that that's us spinning when it's up there spinning. We can't feel it, and it's the same sun. The movement of the sun is due to the so-called spin. But I see the sun moving. I don't see the earth moving. All trying to deny your observations. Their studies are based in the occult. The original study of the eye in Old English was called oculist, and that was the original optometrist or optician, and they studied how to deceive the eye. And these were one of the highest sciences in masonry or in what we want to call it, science, the science community, in inverted commas.
That's another thing. When you look at these total solar eclipses, and the moon is caught in the direct path. I'm talking about the direct path of the sun, and it doesn't burn. It doesn't burn up. It doesn't catch fire. Oh God, the bullshit that we used to believe, man.
Oh my God, that was a great point. My God.
Got the telescope. They got the telescopes covered in aluminium foil, which can't even withstand the thermosphere heat, which they tell us the heat that is meant to be 1,800 degrees up there. Aluminium can't survive that. They're wrapping stuff in aluminium foil. They did this stuff on the moon, stuff wrapped in foil and sticky plastic and cardboard. Funny that stuff that has been through the Earth's atmosphere at 1,800 degrees survived, landed, and come back. They didn't have enough fuel. They didn't have enough water cool down the suits. If the suits were heating up from the sun's rays, they didn't have enough water in the suit to be able to continuously cool down the suit because the heat needs to dissipate somewhere. Talking about ice crystals to cool the suit down. And
right.
The pressure of a vacuum is incomprehensible, especially an infinite vacuum. And this astronauts' gloves alone don't make sense. The amount of pressure they'd be under, they wouldn't be able to flex their wrists, let alone in that kind of a pressure situation.
This is a powerful bill too. I really hope, cause I know it's Thursday. I really hope Brother Sanchez goes on tonight, cause I know he gonna have about 200-300 viewers. We definitely got to get this information out there, cause we really never build as much as we've been on his show. We really never build on the laws of conservation or thermodynamics. I brought it up in some dialogue, but I really never like dissected the way I have with this and the previous three shows.
Brother, click on entropy and let's take that route because one of the new
right here.
Right? It's one of the arguments that seems to be coming up, especially with people like Gary.
There you go. Go ahead, take it off. I gotta run to the bathroom. Go ahead. You got the flow, brother. Go ahead.
I can't scroll down, but anyway. Okay. In statistical mechanics, entropy, usually the symbol S, is related to the number of microscopic configurations that looks like omega, or that a thermodynamic system can have when in a state of as specified by some microscopic variables. Assumingly, forcing that each of the microscopic configurations, assumingly, a lot of assumptions, each of the microscopic configurations is equally probable. The entropy of the system is natural logarithm that the number of configurations multiplied by the see, it's just complete nonsense. You have to go back to other stuff. It's assumption. That's what I'm getting. Variables, assumptions, using it to explain away it can vary as the bigger they get. And that's not an exact science, You can't exactly predict certain things. like you said, brother, you can't get nothing. A kid knows you can't get 0 plus 0 does not equal 1. So you can't get nothing making something. You can't get you need 1 plus 1. You need something there in the first place. So yeah, like you said, Earth was here from the beginning. That's making sense. The creator becoming conscious of itself. That's kind of what we're doing, right?
Right. It just when you really look into these laws, man, that's the law of nature. Nature can create itself. Not in my book. And nature can't destroy itself.
But yeah, we've got to be wise to the semantics that these people will use, and they'll just throw formula in your face,
right?
And say that's proof. But no, formula is not proof of something. It's got to relate to something that is observable too, and then predict that observation too. If you know what I mean. If you know, like the making the hypothesis become better, it's repeating all of the stages: hypothesize, test, experiment. You know, observe results, hypothesize, test, experiment. So you're constantly improving the hypothesis to eventually get to a point of fact.
Right.
And until you do, you're just going round and round in circles until you get to a stopping point where all of your observations are clear and concise and repeatable and observable. But there's nothing that's repeatable in spherical trigonometry. I have people busting out spherical trigonometry to me, and because I'm not a mathematician, I just dropped it to my maths friends, and they'll explain, well, okay, at the end of the day, the guys just showed you a bunch of maths that you probably don't understand, and it doesn't prove anything because he's giving you a ball model to work by. Where's the ball in the real life to work with? Where is the ball Earth to work with? Like I said, how do we measure this? Measure the radius. How do we even measure the distance of the Earth? There's no ruler.
Oh, they use light.
Yeah,
They use linear measurements to measure a globe. They use the line because everybody knows a photon travels its quickest path in a straight line. So they
That
use straight line light of the sun or whatever to give us coverage.
except photons will diverge when it comes to viewing Nikon P900 footage of a skyline that's meant to be beyond the curve and stuff like that. Instantly change, you know. But all of these experiments are just exist in someone's mind. Like this light experiment definitely existed in the mind because you can't imagine first like that you can even measure the first so many million miles of the light traveling in how many seconds or whatever. Like, come on, we don't have the distance to measure it. We don't have the measuring tools, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a bunch of baloney, straight up.
Hell no, man.
But the more we dissect their semantics and these words and formulas and things like this, we realize that we've just been fed rubbish. And
Right.
I know people are afraid of going deeper into these things. All this scientists that do that job and that specialize in learning about vacuums and gravity and all this rubbish, but we've got to really take it upon ourselves not to have an authority in our lives, and not even believe anybody on the panel until you go and research it yourself.
Right.
Right.
You know, oh,
Oh,
I hear echo. Is that you? I think that you allergic.
sorry.
You good? But yeah, so, but like you right though, man. When we really dive into it and dissect this shit one sentence at a time, you realize none of this shit applies to the heliocentric model. Cause most of these laws claim they have to be a closed system. And then when I point this out to Gary, Gary was like, cause the universe is a closed system. Like how the fuck is the universe uh, uh how in the world is the universe ever expanding and growing and closed at the same time, dude? I mean, you know what I'm saying? And like that just means that no man, if if the universe was a closed system, or let's say the Milky Way, if the Milky Way was a closed system or whatever, we would not be able to see other energies out in the universe. We wouldn't be able to. How would it transfer? How can it transfer through a closed system? I don't know. I guess in ways that something that's closed could transfer through because You could be in a, you could be, you
Well,
could,
then,
you could be
well,
within a
then
glass
listen,
wall.
JT,
What's up?
we could say that it does, and say that it is a closed system, but it still transfers. What we'll say is whatever the element is transfers at a slower pace. It's like if you got air in a tire, it's still gonna come out. You see what I'm saying? Depending on how hot or cold it is, but or closed. If you're sweating, it's still gonna seep through whether you have an enclosed dome or not. You see what I'm saying? Or just anything outer shell that's saying how's that element even get outside of that? You see what I'm saying? But that's just a an idea of saying how it wouldn't probably be at the same speed as it is enclosed or going out. It probably slows down tremendously, but I don't know. That might be a suggestion of saying, it's not like patent leather where shit can't get through it. You know what I mean? Or steel or rubber. You see what I'm saying? It gotta have like some type of oxygen system or something to breathe that through slowly. But
I don't think they grasp the conservation of laws. I mean the laws of conservation altogether. That's why they have to, you know, that's why they have to make up these equations. But when you look, it's like you're not you that equation just basically I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just that's how difficult the damn equations
There's
is
no
because
model for it, JT. There's no experimentation. There's nothing to model it on. It's it's pseudo maths. It's just
right.
mumbo
it's
jumbo.
it's
If
it's
there's nothing to
hogwash.
experiment with, it becomes pseudo math.
It's hogwash.
They don't even have a ball to experiment. They don't even have a sphere to experiment. The right size sphere to do this spherical trigonometry crap. You take a measurement on a sphere trying to get a spherical trigonometry and try and map it out.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to map it out from 2 points on a moving, on a spinning sphere. The one point's already left the other point, and it's not in the same point anymore. So that measurement is null.
Right.
Move. You gotta have still points. So you need the sphere to be still. And you're measuring from two points to get the trigonometry to the sun, because you're trying to get the angles from the 2 points of the light, right?
So what about these scientists and stuff talking about that all these protests and they proved that the Earth was the center of the universe and everything. I was like, but they still trying to use the globe, still trying to. They're not gonna come out and be like the Earth is flat and motionless, but they're still gonna be like, oh well, everything is revolving around the Earth. Everything is revolving around the Earth or whatever. I was like, dude, you can't have it both ways. That you can't. You're not gonna sit there. I can't believe you can sit there and convince billions of people that an insignificant speck of dust in the cosmos is significant enough to have the entire universe revolve around it.
I think that was the beginning of the Hegelian dialectic in science, when they decided we gotta split this shit up,
Right.
create a bunch of different theories to keep people away from what is the truth that keeps us in power and keeps them blinded from how the stars work and how this whole world works.
Right. Right. Let's dive a little more in, we can dive in a little more on entropy too. Cause I'm getting ready to wrap this up soon. Let's see. Shoot, we've been putting in work today though, fam. We've been going over 2 hours now. You know what I'm saying? We've been putting in some work.
Feels like minutes.
Right.
Absolutely.
You're right, because shit, man, we having fun, man. When y'all come to my channel, play a little music. I'm always gonna open the show with a little music, and then we're gonna go into it, and then I'm trying to end the show with music. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Let me see. In statistical mechanics, entropy, usual symbol S, is related to the number of microscopic configurations. Hey, look at this omega sign. So we shouldn't even have to guess who wrote this article. You see what I'm saying?
Energy, right?
Right.
Using energy to explain energy.
Yeah, this is what it seems. Wait, is somebody sniping a panel, is it? I see that AJ and Huey dropped off. He said
Because they wasn't talking for a while.
Yeah, I'm sure.
oh, okay. System can have thermodynamic system can have in a state is specified by some macroscopic variables, specifically assuming for simplicity that each of the microscopic configurations is usually probable. The entropy of the system is a natural logarithm of that number of configurations multiplied by Boltzmann constant KB formulae. This is consistent with 19th century formulas for entropy in terms of heat and temperature, as discussed below. Boltzmann's constant, therefore, entropy have dimensions of energy divided by temperature. Dimensions of so the hell you mean? What dimensions? We have different dimensions and our temperatures are divided accordingly. Our energies are divided accordingly. Wow. For example, gas in the container with known volume, pressure, and energy could have enormous number of possible configurations of the collection of individual gas particles. What up, Fudge? Welcome back. As let's see, at equilibrium, each instantaneous configuration of the gas may be regarded as random. Entropy may be understood as a measure of disorder within a macroscopic system. The second law of thermodynamics states that an isolated system entropy never decreases spontaneously. It seems like the second law disproves the sun, because that sunlight should decrease like spontaneously through the galaxy, through the through space, but it seems it doesn't. Wow. People need to when I put a challenge out to every school teacher. I mean every who that? What up? Is that Ken? Oh, what up, Justin? Welcome. Justin, you there?
You on mute trying to talk, man.
Yeah. You gotta unmute your mic, Justin. Okay, well while he fixes his mic, I'll continue. But yeah, so it seems that even with the second law of thermodynamics. Oh, what's good?
Belly bagging the whole of science, man. Start with the Big Bang. We going in.
Man.
That's why that Big Bang bullshit, y'all going with that shit?
Yeah.
Y'all
with that. We destroying that.
Man, we destroying it. We destroying this shit with their own science, dog. We destroying it with.
Stephen Hawking died when yesterday or some shit.
Who that?
Hawking and the little scientist they got.
Oh.
Man, I'm talking.
Oh, you talking about Stephen Hawking?
This real vegetable that they was talking for.
Yeah, Steve. This is second time dying. He died. He died back in October or something. No, December. He died already.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought this was my first time hearing anybody died. I guess he died for real this time. I don't know what the fuck they got going on.
Yeah, he died. He died a couple of days ago, but I'm just saying this is his second time. He died already a few months ago.
God damn.
Because remember, SpaceX and NASA did a tribute to him.
Dang.
And they sit there and go crazy over paraplegic man.
Yeah.
They going off his words, his science, like he'll have Einstein or somebody. You know what I'm saying? They just crazy how they go off.
You know, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he had did like a little interview with him or whatever. So he was going back talking about it, and he said he communicated. Stephen Hawking communicated with his cheek. His cheek would hit something to make it go on the screen, and so he can talk. How the hell he making all them sentences with his cheek?
And he paralyzed though.
I think somebody had a remote control. They was moving on the wheelchair, and they was talking for him. I don't know, man. It's
like this.
Point.
The Earth is a spinning ball. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
And then, you know, people money. How the fuck can he spend his money? How can he enjoy his money or power?
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, goddamn, some kind of catch to it or some kind of damn thing going on with it.
Man, that nigga.
And at this point, I won't put nothing past him. I think they'll do some sinister shit like that. Just get an old handicapped person and say, we're going to make this the smart guy.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing that got them called attention. They were bringing attention to somebody that's disabled and doing something somebody normally won't do. You know, that'll bring a lot of attention. Whenever bring eyes to attention to get your mind off of something else, your mind will be so concentrated on him, like being amazing for him to be this smart and in the condition that he's in. Think about what he's really saying and not dissecting what he's saying.
Right.
This looking like a miracle of what the fuck he's doing and how he put this stuff together. So you look at it in that point instead of a reality like that. How the fuck can this man have this kind of? I mean, was he born like that? I didn't do no kind of research on this man. Was he born like this, or something happened to him in his life and made him like that?
I don't know. I had to look into that.
Brother Justin, yeah, ALS sufferers only usually last about 4 or 5 years. It's more like the guy died in 76 or something rather than died at 76. I'm posting a link in the Google chat here. This is about puppet. Him being a puppet. Different. They used a puppet for a while. For a long time now, they've been using a puppet. The real guy, he cannot survive ALS. If so, he's a Guinness World Record holder, longest survivor of ALS.
Just another play on our emotions, on people's emotions. That's all it was.
Right.
I'm gonna put it in the chat for the people in the chat too. Check that out. Real shit. But JT, yeah, entropy, I was just going into the etymology website. Entropy is like inwards turning, to turn inwards. So yeah, to like degenerate. When something degenerates, it just dies out. So yeah, like you said, it completely debunks their own shit.
Go ahead and read. Go ahead and read this sentence down. End the paragraph out, starting with this sentence real quick.
Non-isolated systems may
Oh, my fault. Hold on, let me back it back up. Okay, go ahead.
Non-isolated systems may lose entropy, provided their environment's entropy increases by at least that amount.
Keep going.
Wait a minute. Hey, I gotta digest this. Wait a minute. Provided that the environment's entropy increases by at least that amount. Okay, it's got to increase somehow. Okay. Since entropy is a function of the state of the system, the changing of a system is determined by its final states. Yeah, okay. Things change state, no problem. This applies when the process is reversible or irreversible. Like you were talking about cold to
hot without a
yeah,
source.
right. However, see that however, big, however, ifs, buts, maybes, I've had enough. Too many too many howevers, too many possibilities, plausibilities and assumptions and notions, and I've had enough, man.
Right.
Ifs and buts, oh man.
But we gotta eat it, man. No matter how horrible the fish tastes, we gotta eat the fish and spit out the bones, man.
However, irreversible processes increase the combined entropy. Irreversible processes increase the combined entropy of the system and its environment.
So you saying that the Earth can push the heat back to the sun?
Man, they don't know which side of the fence they're on.
Right. Make up your goddamn mind, man.
I don't know what to do.
They insulting our intelligence, what they doing. They don't expect you to.
That's all they do. Just jumping from side to side.
They don't know. And so oh shit. I think we just put a contradiction in this article. So let's give them this fucking equation right here. That'll show them fucking flat-tards, goddamn conspiracy theorists, idiotic, uneducated, dumbass, retarded cunts. Woo!
We're trying to get that Neil motherfucker off here so we can chill him. I need that Neil deGrasse Tyson fucker up there.
Man, he can suck my balls and I kick him in his blue balls. Yeah. Neil don't want that work. Neil deGrasse Tyson, you don't want that work. Scott Kelly, you don't want that work. You don't. Bill Nye, you definitely don't want that work. Don Petty.
Here's the thing, guys. This is what are we really going on here? But really, if the Earth is kind of obscure and it gets chubby at the middle, we're like, motherfucker, are you serious? You ain't listen to that bullshit.
Everybody with their popcorn like.
Bring it this way. Bring that bullshit this way.
Everybody with their popcorn like. Ah, shit, do tell. He's so fucking smart. Do tell. Tell me more. Tell me more about the cosmos and the billion other suns. Tell me more about these other big suns.
Yes, sir. Hey, absolutely, bro. That's it.
Man. Kids are listening. Empress said, kids are watching this.
Oh, right. So,
But
yeah. Sorry, kids. I'm just making a little fun. If y'all kids get to watch it, I'll just make a little fun. But the information we give you is factual. But the information we giving y'all.
They feel like the adults are already out of sync already. They already feel like they done messed up our wires in our body, and we're all tripped out now, so we don't know which is right or wrong, forward or backwards. You see what I'm saying?
Let me see.
But they know that children have the capacity to see. They don't have the physical will to defend it, but they already have a mechanism to defend bullshit. Do you understand that? Because kids will pick out an adult real fast. You know that?
That's right, kids. You know what the adults are doing wrong. You know.
Yeah. So I know that they're the main target, and then they're sitting there saying, "Hey, save the kids, save the kids." You see what I'm saying? It's like, man, y'all are targeting our kids. You see what I mean? And that's along the same subject of saying what they're telling our kids of their own surroundings and where they live at. Like when I had my first son, I'm from Indianapolis. He was born in a small city. he didn't know what Indianapolis looked like until I showed him that. You see what I'm saying? So
Dang, I ain't been there in a minute.
I never showed him the globe or the flat earth to that extent, but it's outside of my parenting that he believed what a system has told him, man. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we all were. Outside of my mom,
Yeah.
outside of our own parenting, outside of our own entropy, if you will, we
Yes,
were
sir.
we was taught this bullshit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. But now I'm actually gonna go ahead and wrap this up. What y'all think? Do y'all think that we went in enough on the conservation of energy after 4 shows, or should?
This show is the show I would have wanted to watch because you went in the beginning, you summed up everything that you were aiming to do that you did in the last 3 videos, which were very long. This one's cut it a lot short, and yeah, we're going in. We're going in, and it's been blown out of the water so far. First and the second round. We don't talk about the thermodynamics now.
Yeah, the second show, I had a lot of difficulties with the stream and stuff, and really didn't go in like I want to. I did make sure I hit some key points on it, but I didn't go in as I wanted to. And so I was like, man, I gotta come harder on the next 2 shows after that. And then yesterday I did a part 4, but it was only 20 minutes of it streamed. It's cause something went with my OBS or whatever. The chat was still going, but the show wasn't. So I went on and deleted that show, which I was mad because I put in all the information that we built on. None of it got showed. You see what I'm saying? Because we went in about 2.5, going on 3 hours yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck it, let me just go ahead and delete that one and then just redo a part 4. So I'm debating I'm debating if this should be a conclusion or should I do a part 5 one day next week for the conclusion.
I think if you can take all the best bits and make it a concise version and make a part 5, that would be great.
Yeah, but there's so many laws. You know what? Shit, I was supposed to go in on the law of conservation of electric charge. So I definitely, you know what? I'm gonna have to do another part 5 because I definitely got to hit that topic because we done went over the law of conservation of mass. We done went over the law of conservation of energy. We done went over the law of thermodynamics. We done touched on parts of the law of universal law of gravitation. And today, I think today we touched on entropy. Look, Empress Lou said part 5. All right, fam. I definitely can set up a part 5 next week, probably on Monday morning. And Monday
JT's Cosmos series.
Cosmos series. Yeah, right. And YouTube, man, they wouldn't even let these process to my other channels. So shoot, I wish it was a way that y'all could load them on my channel or something. On my other channels, my Science Academy TM and my JT Science Academy, because it won't let me they will upload, but then they will always fail to process. And and I use the same process as I did on any other video that I process loaded on my channel. So I don't know what's going on because I'm trying to get these out to my other channels who might have subs just not subbed to this channel. And yeah, it's Oscar or Lumiferous Ether. Ooh, you got to explain on that, Wilson. But yeah, I can definitely do a part 5. We definitely gonna touch on the conservation of electric charge because we need to get into pure power, what pure energy is, what pure and what other way can we do it by dissecting what electricity really is.
I think that's going to definitely cover some of the tests that and shoot me.
Right, right. Cause electric charge covers um that covers, you know what I'm saying, it can cover the law of motion because it does travel, but it definitely covers the law of energy as well, you know, within it. So we definitely gonna do all that. But I just sure do appreciate everybody coming in. I'm gonna close the panel down, but before I close the show out, I'm gonna play some tunes. Let me see. Right now, roll call. I'm doing ahead and do a roll call as usual. On the panel, we got Allergic to Bullshit, Flat Out. We got James Bell. We got Justin up in here. We had Hebrew come earlier. We had Huey P. Nuisance. He was on here earlier. And I think we even had the Black Conscious Frog community. She even popped up for a bit. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was coming back because I definitely wanted to hear her question and wanted her to build with us or whatever. But hell, if she's around tonight, if Brother Sanchez decides to go live, do a Thursday show, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll get a chance to build with her. But if he does go live, I'm definitely gonna see if he can want to build on this and see if he can help me find a connection between the ancestors, the conservation and the ancestors cause everything he showed me, everything he showed us through all his videos, I got that they were very conservative in their cosmology. That's what I got, you know. Um, but till then, man, fam, um, you know, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off this panel. So, but I definitely do appreciate y'all coming in. Now, if you want to hear the music part, you have. Oh yeah, I didn't finish my roll call. Wilson Flamenco, I see you. Empress Ulu, I see you. God is Witch Beller, I see you. Legendary Duke was up in the building. Sean G. Let's say Black Conscious Community Frog Committee was here. Elizabeth 98D. What's good, fam? AJ Davis was up in here. Nick Ball was up in here. Let me see. And that's a Flat Out Fudge. I don't know if shot you out. He's on the panel now. And Hazmat, I guess that's how you say it. They was up in here. Oh yeah, Dojo Time was up in here. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate everybody coming in. Just stay tuned real quick. And okay, cool. Just stay tuned real quick, family out there. Y'all had to go to the watch page. Y'all want to hear the music though. And and I'm out. And always remember. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I appreciate you having me on the panel. I'm about to get out of it.
Oh no, no problem, fam. And always be kind to each other. Stay true to yourself. Stay flat. Keep it flat. Class is dismissed.
Hey, Simon Cannon.
Yo.
I got a quick question for you, man. I'm kind of late to this.
What's good?
But I ain't trying to hold y'all no longer, man. But I heard y'all talking about electromagnetism and stuff like that. And so I was gonna ask you a question. What you think about it pertaining to spirits and y'all heard you say some answers. What you think about it pertaining to spirits and everything, the energy, and how you can with your aura and everything else. You think that's connected with that, with electromagnetism?
Yeah, it's connected. It's connected with the laws of conservation because it can be neither it can be neither created nor destroyed, but it can transfer from one form to the next. Like the poltergeist, how they had all the electricity, all them entities was transferring from the realm that we can't see into electricity. They were transforming from one form to another.
Mm-hmm. No, I hate I missed this conversation, but I was always wondering about this is how we track how they say they track ghosts and track stuff like that. They got to track it from some type of energy, and that's gonna be electromagnetism, the way I feel, or heat sensor that's still electricity, the way you can sense someone or sense something that's alive, heat sensor and the stuff they use. All that I believe has something to do
do with your spirit and everything else, your aura and what they say. But I ain't gonna hold you up, man. That's a whole other conversation. But I'm late, man. But I'll be at work all day, man. But I'll try to catch another one of your live streams, man. Politics talk.
Absolutely. Like I said, just go back after this show and then just go back. You probably then the first show was the longest because we went in for 5 hours on that one, bro. So go with that one. Start with that one and then work your way up, and you'll be kind of brought up to speed. Cause I'm definitely next time Brother Sanchez goes on live or whatever, I'm definitely gonna bring it up. I might even head over to Dreads on Twitch and try to bring it up.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. So about sure do appreciate you coming through.
All right, man. I'll get with you, man.
All right. See.
All right.
All right. All right, fam. Today was a very powerful show. It was a good show. I appreciate y'all coming through and stuff. Let me play. I might play 3 songs before I get up out of here. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. I gotta make my audio match my visuals.
Enslaved like cattle, held back with chains and shackles. Wake up, the Matrix has. Wake up, the Matrix has. In that your life just races past you. Wake up, the Matrix has. Wake up, the Matrix has. We are enslaved like cattle, held back with chains and shackles. Wake up, the Matrix has. Wake up, the Matrix has. There is a hidden agenda at play. Same old bullshit, but a different day. They're telling us lies and they're getting away. Deceiving the world and it isn't okay. Get out my way, cause I'm shining the light on these bastards with every chance that I get. Attempting to wake people up to this nonsense and tell the elite just can't handle this shit. Sick of living life in utter madness. So sick of them treating us like maggots. Look at textbooks taught in classes. Do some research, nothing matches. And they start waving their Hollywood wands. No sign of a brain because all of it's gone. That's where they wanted you at all along. Stuff that you think you know, all of it's wrong. These people stay lying, even though most ain't buying the mainstream manipulation, but still they stay trying. Look what happened on 9/11. Look what happened at Sandy Hook. These fancy crooks write lies as history in their fancy books. In that your payments past you, your life just races past you. Wake up, the Matrix has you. Wake up, the Matrix has you. We are enslaved like cattle, held back with chains and shackles. Wake up, the Matrix has you. Wake up, the Matrix has you. In that your payments past you, your life just races past you. Wake up, the Matrix has you. Wake up, the Matrix has you. We are enslaved.
Right. It's not gonna do it. Okay, let me make sure I'm still streaming. And it says my health is good. My health is still good. Okay.
What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions.
Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems and they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans. Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems and they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans. Repeat after me, I am not free. They're lying to you, they're lying to me. What are they hiding? I'm dying to see. Why is it God that they're trying to be? The acquisition of wealth and power is what they know. They've always been among us, they own us, they run the show. When it comes to making a difference, we ain't moving. Freedom is a fallacy, you're just a free-range human. From the crib to the grave, you live as a slave, and that's just a matter of fact. If you want to see change, forget all the games, we're gonna just have to attack. This is our world and we're snatching it back. If you don't want it, move off to the side. Not for the cowardly, not for the weak, only the strong come along for the ride. Won't be so simple, I'm not gonna lie, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try. With everything that they're doing to all of us, maybe tomorrow we're all gonna die. Either way, they kill us slowly, dumb us down and make us dopey. Everything you see is fake and all the news you get is phony. It's time we show the people how the elite are so deceitful. It's time we rise up high up enough to expose this evil. Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems and they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans. Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems and they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans.
What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions.
ODBTV Truth Division, the one and only. They hate the fact that I'm nosy, but I say fuck it, blow me. I'm a researcher, a real truth seeker. This is my classroom, fool. I'm a school teacher. Prepare to be blown away. Everything you know gets thrown away. Take your mind to a whole nother level, put the pedal to the metal with no delay. How much worse must it get before we do something about it? For we are many, they are few, man, we got them surrounded. It's time we think outside the cage where our brains have been placed. The true history of the world has been changed and erased. It's 1984, these things are so Orwellian. Big brother, motherfucker, super totalitarian. Your thoughts being suggested, your speech being suppressed, always being corrected, freedom being oppressed, always under surveillance, in a state of unrest. And if you protest it, they put your ass under arrest. Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems and they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans. Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems and they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans.
What you see is just illusions. 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 Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out.
You hear the clap?
Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out.
Know we're gonna take this shit back, right?
Outside in, inside out.
First heights, I see you.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Republican, Democrat, Democrat, Republican. All of the niggas hustling, so it ain't no trusting them. You've been voting all your life and still suffering. Student loans, daycare fees, sisters be juggling. Divided by the powers, pauses got us perishing. Got you niggas walking around thinking y'all Americans. Obama got you fooled, you thinking he the Messiah. When the truth is, all of these presidents barbarians. Life's short, but you trying to get your paper tall. All I'm doing is revealing lies they say to y'all. Back in the day, I would probably put that K to y'all. Now I'm saving y'all, and plus I'm chilling with baby doll. Maybe y'all will understand sooner or later, before they do populators and the oceans turn to vapors. Got me ready to blaze up like every night I'm burning herb. Trapped inside this matrix, thinking how they done turned this world outside in, inside out.
Damn.
I gotta live it.
Outside in, inside out.
Go to school every day while we
Outside in, inside out.
our kids go to school learning the bullshit they teaching cause they
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Some real revolutionaries, we don't fold. I'm in the crib watching Malcolm playing Neo Soul. They getting killed for jackets and buried for sneakers. I done came across some of the scariest creatures. For real, a lot of these dudes I don't care for. On Facebook posting pics of kids they don't care for. Therefore, it ain't no settling like the Pilgrims. Hard living, and the prison's a large system. POs on the same team as state prosecutors. Free your mind, it ain't a choice, you gotta do it. Cause the judge and the goddamn lawyers be barbecuing. According to this constitution, you not a human. Freedom thrown away by plea deals they take. Rap beefs is fake. Meek Mills and Drake got me on Mary J. Every night I'm burning herb, looking at all this hate, thinking how we done turned this world outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
run to the voting booth and elect the next person because they got us living.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in,
You think they gonna make a change?
Outside in, inside out.
outside in, inside out.
Take a trip to Egypt to go and view the monuments and watch them ask you who built them. Now that's common sense. Ask me marching to DC, it's some funny shit. Making demands to the people you spend your money with. You lack consciousness, I'm trying to get your head right. On this road to success, you gotta run red lights. My middle finger was replaced with a fist when I found out the matrix exists. And anyway, what's a middle finger that's waved in the wind versus the unity of a fist and a nation of men? Lies on the news, pausing in the food y'all eat. The White House just a house, the power's on Wall Street. Niggas thinking Jordan, sisters thinking abortion. Man, this shit is sad like notes from an organ. Got me smoking my portion. Every night I'm burning herb, all this pain I'm absorbing. Thinking how they done turned this world outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Shit is crazy.
Outside in, inside out.
Fucking TV. Yeah.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Yeah. Outside in.
They spraying our clouds, man.
Outside in, inside out.
They poisoning our food, man.
Outside in, inside out.
They got our kids walking as zombies cause they're
outside in, inside out. Outside in. Keep it a buck, I'm the one you got a problem with. This ain't no black news or no Jabari diss. Real scholarship that'll sink your partnerships. Haters popping shit cause I'm on top of shit. First time I pardoned it, this time it's obvious. It's me against the mafia on my Illuminati shit. Self-made, never had a son, never starter kit. Breastplate and sword, killing them on some Harlem shit. This is godliness. I put my heart in this authorship. House of consciousness, old mortgages. Now I'm sunning no heads. This is my orphanage. He gave you red and blue pills. Meet Morpheus. We victorious. Show us respect. Got my name in your mouth. Hope you choke on the S. Hope you know I'm the best. Fuck it, I'm killing your doubts. Killing your minions. Trying to make their career off the couch. Old shotters compared to globe trotters, spinning balls, we proving truth with no problems. Approach cautious, trust me, niggas above your limits. Flow scorching, no condom, y'all ain't fucking with it. Trust me, niggas above your limits. Flow scorching, no condom, y'all ain't fucking with it. In the window, gun in my hand, no sleep protecting the children. Bitch, I'm on my Malcolm shit. Movement won't move, cause you the police. Got the people stagnant, cause y'all on some backward shit. Harlem. I told y'all niggas stop playing with me. Now I got a body out with fakes. Reggie got new shoes, now he think he can fuck with me. Boy, this shit in my heart, not on my fucking feet. Enjoy your luxuries, I do it for the hard living. Y'all the type to hit stop streaming and start kissing. Niggas need to stop dreaming and start living. Stop waiting on motherships and stop wishing. Stop defending belief systems and fuck feelings. Corrupt niggas and misinformed enough children. So fuck your legacy is built upon heresy. Dresses what rappers got in common with comedic priests. Frat boys should call them comedic Greeks. Stick to lectures and step shows, don't step to me. Right. Big pro-black niggas talk with Stephanie. Niggas own iPhones and teach telepathy. The short mind that can't expect longevity. Testing me, cook your ass like you're part of the recipe. The short mind can expect longevity.
Fuck with me, cook your ass like it's part of the recipe.
Standing in the window, gun in my hand, no sleep.
You had to say it twice.
Children, bitch, I'm on my Malcolm shit. Movement won't move cause you the police. Got the people stagnant cause y'all on some backward shit. Standing in the window, gun in my hand, no sleep protecting the children. Bitch, I'm on my Malcolm shit.
Thanks y'all for joining. Much love, man. Remember, always be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Stay true to yourself. Stay flat. Keep it flat. Class dismissed, fam. Flat power.